It's been a while since I made like any direct video about the Pocket 3. However, I have been using it a lot on a bunch of videos that I've been making, especially with traveling and doing vlogs. And so after all of that use, I just want to tell you some of the things I love about it and some of the things that I don't love about it.
Mr. Black.
By the way, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Black. I love to share with you cool gear that comes my way. If you're new here, don't be a stranger. And I'll put links to everything down in the description. Also, just so you know, this is not sponsored by DJI. They didn't even ask me to make this video. I just wanted to make this for you guys who have the Pocket 3 and maybe somebody that might be on the fence wondering if they should get it. And I'm actually using the Pocket 3 right now to film this. I'm also using an anamorphic lens from Freewell on there, so it has that more cinematic look to it. I'll put a link to that lens as well as they have some other really cool ones I'll talk about a little bit later on in the video. And one of the things I love about the Pocket 3 is I could just take it right out of my pocket and hit record. I have a real wireless microphone that connects to it. It sounds great. Super easy to use and see the screen, see myself, and the picture quality looks amazing. And I love that I was able to just hand it over to my nephew, and when we were doing the walk across the sky bridge, he just kind of took it and went with it, and even without the wireless mic, like the onboard mic sounded great, and it's so fun to look back on because it's like great quality and just great memories, and how awesome does that look in low light? It's so good. I also have it set to like auto track me when it's in selfie mode, so that way if I like bring the camera over here, it keeps my face in. I don't have to worry about whether I'm in frame or not. But also I love that I can just set this up somewhere and just walk around and talk, especially if it's in a more public area. I could set it back further against the wall and just start walking around and talking with the microphone, and it's a lot more inconspicuous, but it looks really cool when you're tracking yourself. And I also love that you can just like tap on the screen to highlight an object or someone else, and it will follow them. That way you can do some really cool gimbal shots without having to like use your finger on the joystick to move it around and try to get it. It just makes it that much more fluid, and the results are amazing. It also works great as a webcam, and using the mic with it and tracking on, you can just roam around your space and be heard without having to buy anything else. Also, the whole time I've had this thing, I've never experienced any overheating issues. I've also never really experienced any like battery issues where it just wasn't long enough, especially with that extended battery handle. Now, probably what you've came here for is to hear what I have to say negative about it. And yeah, you might be thinking, oh, he's gonna pull a fast one on us and say, nothing, I love it, it's great, it's perfect. No, there's some things that I don't like about it, but I will say early enough on that the pros greatly outweigh the cons. One of the things that I think could be a little bit better is the way that they do the magnetic lenses. Like, it's a really good idea to have magnetic lenses, to have some different filters and different things like the anamorphic lens, and like Freewell has this macro lens and wide angle lens. But a lot of those filters are really, really tough to pry back off, like really tough. And then you end up dropping it or something. So it'd be nice if there was like a little bit of like a lip or a lid that can easily pop out so you can get under there and take it out. So that'd be kind of nice. Also with that macro lens, like check out how macro we can get with this thing. It's like microscopic, really. But having said that, I wish that they would implement some software into the Pocket 3 to kind of make those other lenses more capable. So when DJI came out with the Action 2, they also included a macro lens. And then as soon as you put the macro lens on, it did something to the software to make it look a lot better and less warped, like you see on this lens right here. And even using an anamorphic lens, it's kind of annoying that I have to, de-squeeze it in editing. I mean, if there was a way to implement, like I have an anamorphic lens on, hit that mode on, and it automatically de-squeezes it for you so you don't have to do any extra editing for that. Another thing I'm not really a huge fan of is the hard case. Like, I get it, it's a case, it does its job. It's kind of tough to put your Pocket 3 in. It's not super easy. It could be better. And right now I have this BRDRC silicone wrap around it, and that's kind of nice to have. It gives you the ability to cover the screen so it doesn't get scratched in your backpack. BRDC also has this clamp mount that is a great solid clamp with the magic arm, and has this mount where you can put your Pocket 3 in, and also has like cold shoes on the side, so that's pretty awesome actually. And if you have the Pocket 3, you'll know the frustration about this one. It's those little pop-up messages that come up when you turn it on or have different things come on. They're just on there like, I don't know, 2 seconds too long. It is kind of annoying because it covers where you see it be recording. So sometimes you don't even know if you're recording or not. And sometimes it's just on there long enough to where you're like, do I need to tap it to get rid of it? Or is it just gonna go away on its own? You don't really know. So it's like, can they just make it quick or just have a smaller message or maybe a little bit more transparent. Okay, last thing that I would love to see, because I'm not a huge fan of it, is when it hits the end of the gimbal motion and it gives you this orange error code. And I get why it hits it, but like, why not just like let the gimbal kind of recenter itself or something? I really do wish that they have more of a gimbal lock. And I know that you can go through your gimbal and you can change it to different modes. There is FPV, there is follow, there's tilt lock and things like that. But like, I mean, how cool would it be if you could just hold your joystick and it would just like completely lock? Because a lot of times like you might be filming something and then something's happening over there. So you turn your Pocket 3 over there, but it takes forever for your gimbal to get over there. And you can change the settings and make it faster and slower. But if you just want something quick, it'd be nice to be able to like lock that in place and then move it, and then you can unlock it there. And again, the pros just vastly outweigh the cons. I love this thing. I've taken it with me on a bunch of trips. It is so good to have talking headshots like this. Like, everything about it has made my life as a creator so much easier, and I've definitely recommended it to a lot of my friends and family, and they get it and they love it, and I see them creating things that I would have never seen them doing on their smartphone or anything like that. So, highly recommend this thing. And yeah, it's been out for like 6 months now. You're probably going, maybe the Pocket 4 is gonna come out soon. Well, I don't know. I mean, it took them a long time to upgrade from the Pocket 2 to the Pocket 3. Maybe it's gonna be a couple of years for the Pocket 4. Maybe there'll be a Pocket Pro. But then again, they also went from the Action 3 to the Action 4 in less than a year. So I will say, who knows? But if you are on the fence of the Pocket 3, I think you're gonna love it and just go for it. But there you go, just wanted to make a quick video about this, telling you my experience and showing you some, I really like this anamorphic lens. It's actually really cool. And they also do have that in the pack with the macro and a wide angle and also 3 different UV filters. So you can check all of those out. But there we go, just wanted to walk and talk and tell you my experience about it. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, you can click that button right there. And then also, if you want to see some more Pocket 3 videos, I have a bunch of them on the screen right now. And you can click one of those, and guess what? I'll see you there.